Hey YouTube, Brayfunk here, and I'm doing another video on Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. This time, what I've done, as you can see, is I have created a custom roster consisting of characters that both I feel are going to be included in the new game and characters I would like to see included in the new game. Um, so what it is, the 11 by 5 character box roster on the top is my idea of the most wanted characters of mine from my previous video, combined with some characters that I think will be in regardless. Below that, in the red boxes, I have the 6 characters from Brawl that I cut out of my roster up above. They're in red. Toon Link, Falco, Lucas, Ike, Lucario, Snake. Below that are some characters that I didn't put in the roster, but I think they are just as likely to appear in the new game. And below that, in the yellow boxes, are some additional characters that I think don't really have a chance to be in whatsoever, as well as a couple of third-party characters that I'd like to see. So, let's start at the top. Mario's obvious. Paper Mario went over in my last video. I think he's an obvious inclusion. He'd make a fun character. He'd be sort of like a unique character, like I said, have his own moveset and whatnot. Peach, of course, want to have her back. Luigi, I'd like to see a little bit different moves again. They decloned him a little bit in Brawl. I'd like to see him with a completely unique moveset, considering that he has his own series of games that are quite popular. That could easily happen. Bowser. Bowser would be, of course, is already in. And I do apologize because if I kind of flub or stutter or whatnot, I'm doing this in one take, so we're just going to go on down the line. If I screw up, I screw up, and, comment and make fun of me down below. But anyway, Bowser is obviously in. He's been tweaked a lot, which makes me happy. I'm pumped. I am psyched about that. Bowser Jr. plus Shadow Mario. These two, I kind of have seen a lot of other people's lists, and I think it would be a unique character to have in for certain. It'd be nice to see Mario Sunshine redeem itself a little bit, because I kind of thought that was a lackluster game. A lot of people probably disagree with me. Down below, technically he's his own franchise, but Yoshi, I lump him more into the Mario. He'll be back, of course. Maybe a little bit tweaked of a character. Yoshi is by far the character I'm worst at in Brawl. Period. Yoshi's been my worst character for 3 straight games, and I've tried to pick him up because anybody that's ever played Mario Kart with me will tell you Yoshi's one of my favorite characters. So I'd love to see him tweaked. Maybe I'm just screwing up when I play as him. Let me know. But Yoshi, make him better. Geno, again, I love Mario RPG. Want to see him in. Could have a great moveset, but it all sort of depends on what Square and Nintendo can agree upon. Wario has branched off on his own, but I'm lumping him in with the Mario characters, kind of as an homage to where he began. I see no reason why Wario would ever be cut. Cat Nana, like I said in the other video, a nice like Ice Climbers type ninja pair would be fun to play as. Moving on to the Zelda franchise, we've got Link up at the top. He's already back in. It looks like he's been tweaked a bit. We've got Zelda and Sheik. Now, a lot of people seem to think that they're going to be split so that you have Zelda as a character and then you have Sheik or Impa doing all of Sheik's moves as a second character. I could see that, and I think that would be a good step. I could see that creating a 5th character from this franchise, which would be a welcome addition. Ganondorf is the big bad of Zelda, and while the Twilight Princess game, not Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, stepped off and created a new villain, it was Ganondorf. I mean, Demise looked like Ganon. Spoiler alert, he said he was going to reincarnate as Ganon, so it was Ganon. It was the earliest incarnation of Ganon. Girahim, I thought he was a fairly unique character, and he's oh so fabulous, so I would love to see him kind of step off and be his own thing. Yeah, I know Skyward Sword's probably not going to be relevant here in a few years in terms of Nintendo, but this would be one shot we've got to really get him into a Smash Brothers game, and I would like to see him in. Down below that, I've got Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. Didn't put him in my video because, like I had said, I've never played Xenoblade. However, it is a unique IP for Nintendo. I would love to see them include this character because I think it is a big stepping point. It's Nintendo within our own franchise saying, look what we can do. We can make something unique. It's a great step. A lot of people complain about Nintendo not doing that. Well, here you go. Moving on, we got Metroid characters. Samus is already in, we know that. Ridley is one of the most requested characters, period. It's just Ridley, that's what it is. Captain Falcon, in my rendition of the roster, I think he is going to be the sole F-Zero rep. However, I have an option that I'm going to go into down below, but I think really you don't need more than the captain as the F-Zero representative. Down below that, I slotted the Wii Fit trainer in, because she's got to go somewhere. Below her is Isaac, again a great sword sorcery combo type character. The Kirby series, we know Kirby's back in. I see no reason why any Kirby characters would get cut. So we've got D2D and Meta Knight right below that because they're it's fairly obvious gonna be back. Ice Climbers, I love Ice Climbers. Put them right back in. Again, they're a very unique character set, and I see no reason why they would get cut. Olimar's below them. With Pikmin being a huge franchise now, I could see Olimar being in. I could easily see him being cut, though, and I'll go into that when I get down below. Fox is back, we know that. I see Falco getting cut for Crystal this time around because, honestly, we don't need Fox, Falco, and Wolf. And I was playing Brawl the other day with my well, now he's my ex-roommate, but one of my best friends, Evan. He and I were playing the other day. I played as Wolf, then I turned right around and played as Fox, and they are very different, so, and you all know that, but, I just wanted to reiterate to him, because he was, stating that, well, it's three of the same character. Yeah, they are, but there's subtle differences. Excuse me there, I have a little bit of a summer cough going on. Little Mac, my top most wanted character that I actually think will get in. Slotted him right there. Mr. Game & Watch below that because he is a classic character, and now I don't think people really... Can you really say that Mr. Game & Watch belongs to the Game & Watch series anymore? Or is he more of a unique Smash Brothers character? Yeah, he was in the Game & Watch stuff, but... Would anyone care about what Mr. Game & Watch was? I mean, without Smash Brothers? I mean, when they re-released the Game & Watch games back, I think it was either Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance, but whichever game they did, they replaced Mr. Game & Watch with Mario in that game. I think Smash Brothers is the true home of Mr. Game & Watch. He will be back. Pits up the next character, I put Palutena in because she is the obvious inclusion. Eggplant Wizard, just because I'd love to see him in. Mike Jones below that because Star Tropics is badass, and if you don't think so, I apologize, but you're wrong. Rob below that because Rob is another one of those quirky characters. He was in all of 2 games. No one really thought of him as being anything, and then all of a sudden, bam, he's in Smash Brothers. It was just a great character. I love Rob. He's one of my mains, so I'd love to see him back, and I think we will. I've got Donkey Kong, his little buddy Diddy Kong down below. Retro Donkey Kong, another character I had talked about in the video. Again, I think it could be unique. He could throw barrels at people, and just it'd be a fun person to be. King K. Rool below that. Again, and I said this in the comments of my last video, but I think he is like the hidden 12th character of my top 11 characters that I want in. He was on the list, and I had to cut him. But I do think he is popular enough and could be fun enough to be in the game. Villager below that because I needed a spot for him. I don't have any thought whatsoever that there will be another Animal Crossing character. I think Villagers are a rep. I've got my line of Pokemon next, and Pikachu will be back, of course. I think Pokemon Trainer was a great way to use those classic pokes. The Charizard, Squirtle, Ivysaur team. I loved it, and I think we'll see it back. Mewtwo, because he is there's a new form for him in sixth gen, and I think because of that, he's going to be a major plot focus. Now is the best time to put him back into Smash Bros. I've got Lucario cut because Mewtwo will take his place, I believe. Jigglypuff I've got in there because I love playing as Jigglypuff, and I really think that she adds to the Smash Brothers franchise. She was in the original 12, so I don't see any kind of cuts there. I put Skeezor on the list. This is one of the characters that I really think, and so far characters that I really don't think will get in are from my dream list here are Geno and Classic Donkey Kong. I don't think Skeezor has any chance of being in this game. However, he pretty much is like one of the top tier competitive Pokemon. So if Sakurai and Nintendo decide to put a nod towards the competitive scene, Skeezor would be one of the best, ways to kind of give a shout out to that group. Up next is my Fire Emblem lineup. I've got Marth. I've got Lynn because she was an assist trophy, and a lot of people, once she was an assist trophy, wish she could have been a character. So I think they might turn her into a playable. Chrom because he's the newest hero. I've got Ness and yet another one of my top 20 characters, Jeff, right below him. Again, I think that would create two unique fighting styles that are representative of the Earthbound Mother franchise. Going beyond that, we've got Mega Man because he's awesome and confirmed. Proto Man down below it. Now there is a character that I am almost certain will not be in this game. Possibly an assist trophy, possibly even an alt costume for Mega Man. Although you could do a unique Proto Man set, and I didn't go into this, but you could give him the Z-Saber, because I believe he had a sword-type weapon in one of the Mega Man spin-off games, and somebody please comment and let me know which one it is. But basically, you could give him something kind of like a Z-Saber, and he has a shield that he could use, a la Pit. I think he could be a very unique character if allowed into the game. Do I think he has a shot? Not at all. But would I love to see it? Absolutely. Pac-Man down below that because, obviously Namco's working on the game. I think that they will get a rep, and as many people have said, Pac-Man is one of the most iconic characters in all of gaming. Not just Nintendo, but all of gaming. And below that, given the current business deals between Sega and Nintendo, there's no doubt in my mind that Sonic is back for another battle. So down below that, like I said, I think those are going to be your characters that you see. It's 54. Now, I don't think a lot of these, like I said, Eggplant Wizard's another character that I don't think will make it. Mike Jones is kind of a long shot. Olimar might get cut for a newer character. Scizor, probably not. But, this is something that if this were the character roster, I'd be completely happy. So let's move down below to where I've got Toon Link, who might be in because of the re-release of Wind Waker. Falco might get in over Wolf. Lucas might get in just because. I'm pretty sure Ike is gone. Pretty sure Lucario is gone. I'm pretty sure Snake is gone because there really wasn't that much Metal Gear representation on Nintendo. There have been a few games, but not really. And Snake isn't really, spoiler alert, isn't really relevant to Metal Gear anymore, I don't think. So that's that. Below that in green are some characters that I think could be in, but I just, when I got thinking about it, I didn't think that they had much of a shot over what I had selected. Although some of them they do kind of have a shot. So never mind. I'm just talking. Rosalina, I think, as a Mario rep, would be an interesting new character. She could use like a Starbit type range attack. She has other various things she could do. Midna plus Wolf Link would be a nice Twilight Princess spot. Don't think it's gonna happen though because Twilight Princess was so long ago, and the odds of seeing Midna or Wolf Link again are really low. Granted, there could be like a Wii U update of the game. There's a Wii U update of Wind Waker, but then again, Twilight Princess was a Wii game as well as a GameCube game, so probably not. Magnus as a potential either fourth or third, considering Eggplant Wizard's probably not going to get in. Another potential Kid Icarus rep. Dixie Kong is almost certain, like Retro DK, almost certain not to get in, even though I want him to be. Dixie Kong would probably take that slot. Prince Fluff, if they wanted to do another Kirby representative, Prince Fluff would be the probably the best choice of any of them. Zoroark, because he's a 5th gen rep, I think would probably fit in, possibly over Skeezor. Again, though, I prefer Skeezor, but I could picture Zoroark being that rep. The other thing I could picture being from Pokemon would be a 6th gen rep, but since we don't really have enough knowledge of what 6th gen is, what characters and what Pokemon are going to be the big ones from there, I think it's safe to slot Zoroark in for now. Kamik, if we needed another Yoshi franchise representative, I think Kamik would be a great addition. He's got magic attacks. He can, do the Rita Repulsa, make my monster grow type thing. That would be fun. Mona is another possible WarioWare rep, but I don't really see how she could attack, so, maybe, meh. Anthony, if you wanted, more Metroid reps, Anthony would be a cool kind of comedic relief type character, but Dark Samus being, the Phazon Metroid-y character would be another fun one as well. Samurai Goro, if we're going to have another Captain Falcon rep, he might be a good choice since he was an assist trophy. Alf, being from the new Pikmin game, I think we could possibly see him in, although, I don't know, Olimar's kind of cemented himself. He was the original. Takamaru, with his revival, with the Wii U, with Nintendo Land, I think Takamaru has a shot this time around, sort of as a retro character. And lastly, on my green box, if Punch-Out were to receive 2 reps, King Hippo would be a great second rep. Yeah, King Hippo. So the last line are some characters that I'd like to see in, but I don't think have any shot whatsoever of being in the game. Wart from Mario 2, just because he's kind of that unique character. We really haven't seen much out of him at all. Funky Kong, he's been in Mario Kart, so he could be fun. Ditto, I don't actually want Ditto to be a character. However, what I'd like to see Ditto do is replace the random box. So that's what I'd like to see with Ditto. So if you pick Ditto, you just morph into another character, when you spawn. And then, they could say, this game's winner is Ditto! Ditto! Prince Pooh, I think has, no shot, but it'd still be fun. His sword, again, another sword sorcerer character. The Starman, I love Mother. I love the entire franchise, so the Starman, Kumatora, even though I don't think we'll get many more Earthbound Mother reps, those 3 I would love to see in. Dr. Wright, although I don't know what he would do, would be fun. So would Duck Hunt Dog, but again, what do they do? Doc Lewis would kind of be my last, what character, and really the only thing I could think of is, what's your favorite taunt? Mine's chocolate. Lastly, Bomberman, because Bomberman would be just, another third-party character. And I've got these in red because they're third-party. But Bomberman would be a cool third-party character. He got started with the Nintendo as his roots. And it's just a fun little game. And the last character I have on the list is Chrono. And honestly, it was supposed to be Magus, but there was no Magus icon in the character roster maker that I downloaded. And I didn't go through and look up how to change that. So Chrono for my absolute never going to make it in the game choice. So there you have it. There's a little bit of a bigger roster. Let me know what you think about it. Comment, rate, subscribe. I can keep doing these, maybe kind of change it up a little bit, see what it looks like with some changes. This, the top part is a 54 character roster. I don't think we're going to get that many characters, but I'd love it if we did. Then we could get some of these WTF characters like Retro DK and Caesar and Wii Fit Train. Oh, wait, we already have that. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and this is Brave Funk signing out.